Hi, it's Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Monday, April 3rd, 2023. The address we're inspecting today is 9761 Southeast 49th Avenue, Milwaukee, Oregon, 97222. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the front yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Ridgid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras in the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, it should be noted that some H sewer pipes made out of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspection must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made of cast iron ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet these specifications. Here we go. So we are in a cast iron pipe. This is a 4-inch cast iron pipe. There is some marginal pitch to start. You can see the camera head is the water line is right up on the camera head, just in the beginning of this line. It looks like it improves pretty quickly. So right off the bat, right from the get-go, it would be recommended to have a sewer scope every 2 years, keeping an eye on this pipe. And it's like, because it's older metal cast iron piping in the northwest soil all day long, every day, probably should be considered like a deferred cost item. At some point, this will most likely need to be updated in a modern plastic piping material. And we'll keep our fingers crossed it's just going to keep on going and going. But it definitely is showing a little bit of age and showing a little bit of marginal pitch right from the beginning. It looks like there was like a flushable wipe that was slowing things down too. So it looks like the water flow is actually better now that we've pushed that down the pipe with the camera. So things have improved. So never really a good idea to use those flushable wipes, baby wipes, any of that sort of stuff, especially in an older cast iron and concrete pipe. We're going to transition here. So just about we'll call it 5 feet, we're going to transition. This signifies transitioning pipe size. So we're going from a 4-inch cast iron pipe into a much larger, probably 6 to 8-inch concrete pipe. Signifies transitioning the material, so cast iron into concrete, and then lastly into a branch off of the city lateral piping. And even though we enter into a branch off the city lateral piping, technically all of this would be buyer-owner responsibility throughout the entire length, start to finish. It does look like the pipe runs directionally straight ahead to the street in front of the house. In the concrete piping, we're definitely seeing some aging and wear. So again, this pipe is most likely going to need some attention in the future. We're seeing maybe even, this is the area where we've seen the most amount of wear. Wouldn't be a bad idea to pass the video and the report on to a drain repair specialist to determine how much, if any, life expectancy is remaining in this line. But you can see some separations there. If you look off to the right-hand side of the screen, the far right and upper right-hand, you can see separations in the pipe there. So really, it is showing some pretty good aging and wear. And then we have root intrusion here too. It looks like that's a root. We're kind of pushing it up out of the way. Looks like something. Well, it's covered in toilet paper or wipes or something. It looks like there's at least the possibility that there is a root coming in at the separation. And it's 15 feet, so there's a large tree right here in the front yard. Here's some more separation in the line. So unfortunately, it does look like the sewer pipe is coming to the end. There's some more. This actually is some biggest separation here. You can see there's wads of toilet paper getting stuck in the side there. And this sewer piping material notoriously is always the first one to go out. So at 25 feet, there's also more root penetration here. We're able to confirm root penetration there at 25 feet. So the pipe is running just pretty much straight ahead. Once we get about 15 feet, we start having separations in the pipe where the two sections of pipe come together. There's an offset there, there is separation, and then actually some root penetration coming in. And again, I think it's from this monster tree in the front yard.
25 feet would be into the street?
No, not quite.
Well, there's some markings in the street. I wonder if that is where the city main is.
Alright, we are approaching 50 feet now. Again, you can see some pretty good separations in the piping there. Not a ton of root intrusion, but definitely because of the separations, it's causing offsets. There's another pretty good offset there. Camera head struggling to get over the top, and then we drop into lateral at 50 feet. So because of root penetration and multiple separations, offsets, and just overall aging and wear, I would say the sewer pipe needs attention. So we'd recommend passing the video and the report on to a drain repair specialist to make suggestions for any repairs needed, especially before closing. This is all information that we'd want to get. So I'd recommend passing the video and the report on to a drain repair specialist before closing to make suggestions here. If it needs to be repaired, if it can be lined, or what the next steps are here. Replaced,